So I'm just gonna go over my trade today. I'm probably gonna lose it because I didn't take it on NQ, and we'll get into why. Um, though I probably should have taken on NQ, but I would have been stopped out anyway. I would have been at break even. These relative equal low resistance liquidity lows. That was my essential um break even spot because I was targeting further down. But basically, let's go over it. So market on open. If I get open. Here we go. Market just dropped, right? So I was waiting for some form of pullback, which we got. So 15-minute fair value gaps, and it was this hourly fair value gap forming that I was interested in. So yeah, we waited for that. It got hit, and there was nothing to actually trade on. Like there was no setup here at all. And because of look how much market was moving. I mean, actually, this looked great for longs, this sort of recovery, but just where price was and stuff, I just, yeah, look, 200-point moves in a matter of 15 minutes. I was waiting for it to calm down in a sense where, because I was not putting like, I mean, technically speaking, it would have to be like this. You don't want 100-point stops, and then you'd have to target even higher up here, which, yeah, is valid, but anyway, let's go over my actual trade and entry and why. So I'm probably gonna lose this, like I said. I don't care anymore. Like it's so typical. I mean, I would have been break even on this, which is fine. But it's more so the fact that I'll just come here dead quick. So we had this high, and originally I was waiting maybe for a resweep, but if you look on ES look, we almost did resweep. We left it, as you can see. This is the trade I'm in right now. And it's probably gonna get stopped out, right? So yeah, we came back up. We did have S&T off some 1-minute highs. I know technically because NQ was resisting, it was showing more bearish flow, and something I stupidly missed was that um NQ ES has moved much further down on the 4-hour time frame. If we have a look here, oh my goodness, this is not good. So as you can see, yes, NQ is starting to move further down though. Looks like I'm about to get stopped. I'm just watching this, but yeah, look how much further ES has moved down than NQ. NQ's only tapped this daily fair value gap. ES has fully filled it. As you can see here, I can't be asked marking it out. We've even come into this price opening gap, which NQ is nowhere near, which is all the way down here. So yeah, look at all this liquidity though. As you can see, my chart is a mess, but that's only literally that's just because we've got all of these lows to target. Obviously that's just long term, but they're just lows that I mark out. But yeah, this ended up being the trade. I like the recovery, and the recovery was better on ES, which is why I actually took it. So if we look here, so I'm waiting for just get stopped now. I've got it on my phone, my chart. So as we came up here, we came back down V-shaped recovery. This was where NQ, but it was like a 40-point stop as well. So this was another reason I entered on ES instead. ES had a much better risk reward and better price action. So look, V-shaped recovery, we were messing about with this fair value gap. We didn't immediately flush it. ES did though much better. As you can see, we're about to get stopped out here. I'd be surprised if this stayed now and just reversed, but um, I'll log into my account in a minute and we'll see how it's doing after this loss. Come on, just stop me out, bro. It's a 1% loss as well, there we go. So, knowing my luck, this won't even resweep, it'll just tag my stop loss and just reverse, but anyway, yeah, we came straight down, and we, yeah, we did that. We even inversed a 3-minute. So then, what actually happened was my entry was actually supposed to be on this inverse, right? So on this inverse, the entry should have been here, right? So I actually waited for the retest of this, which it did. It retested, and then I waited for this candle closure out because I was like, okay, cool, you know, um, it's it's rejected the area, so it's a confirmation of continuation, and then yeah, price just dumped, look, all the way. So I had to adjust this, and now I technically was targeting this low anyway, so it wasn't too much of an issue because that was still a 1 to 2 risk reward, um, and then just lower. But obviously price came up. I would have been if and on NQ the equivalent trade, I was gonna enter it on NQ and then didn't, and then obviously as you can see, it would have got stopped at break even. I mean, yeah, break even day is better than a 1% loss, but what do you do, man? What do you actually do? It's literally look ES. As soon as I entered, look at this, just stalls. Well, like ES just stalls, and NQ just dumps. Just so the lessons for today are never trade it ES again. I literally never trade. I might even just hop off the chart. I might not even have the chart on screen because it's just so. It's always yes. That's just um. I don't know the word. It's always yes. That's just I don't know. I don't know the word. I don't even know the word. See, this would be a good short setup too, but it's probably gonna resweep now anyway. Yeah, that's it. Let's log into my account dead quick. So logging into my account now, as you can see, 1% down on a day. So typical, bro. So typical. Um, because I got stopped at break even on yesterday's trade because I took out. Maybe I still have it on screen. Here you go. Oh, that was that one. So my goodness, can we just? Surely I have it still. Was this? Do I not have the trade? Okay, so it was like around here, right? So. I was in a trade from over here somewhere. I actually don't know exactly where. Oh, it was the 3 minute inverse, I think, on this one. Was it something like this? Yeah, now I remember. It was this inverse right here, or the retest of it. It was something like this. Um, yeah, because they had like a 30-point start, right? Not joking. I took, because I had to put it to like a 1 to 6, because, so I it came down here. I didn't manage to. I was actually going for a 1 to 3 originally, which was like here-ish, around there. Obviously came back up, and then we were getting closer to FOMC at 6 p.m. And I was super like, whoa, I don't want to be, FOMC could just wick all the way up here and make me lose even more money. So I was like, I'm not risking that. So I took like 80% of the position out, 75%, and then just adjusted my stop loss to a higher risk reward. And then FOMC come out, stopped me at break even, literally wicked my break even, came down, and then came back up again on the press conference for Powell, and then dumped, and it even hit my extended TP, which was like a 1 to 6 RR, just hit it, whacked it within like 10 minutes. And then today, look, market open, hits this data wick low from that, which wasn't too happy about because that's exactly what I was looking to get hit. So yeah, very annoying. Not very happy about that. Because it took like one of my main draws for today, but there was still tons of draws because, like I said, there's this daily gap that got tagged, but it didn't get filled, and there's this 4 hour gap here. I think it's gonna just come down to fill these and this price opening gap on the week. I still think price is gonna come super down. Now look, I'm again not really impressed because if we have a look here, I mean, this is technically a long setup now, 5 minute or 3 minute inverse, but I'm more interested in this 1 minute. I mean, look, remember when I said I'd literally get this was my exact, it was actually 7.5. That is my stop loss. That is my stop loss, 7.5, not 0.5. So it literally wicked my stop loss. Literally to the tick on my stop loss right now. So I'll be pretty fuming if this just reverses from here and hits TP. I mean, I'd go for a 1 to 3 because that's the, so I'd be like that. That would actually be the trade I'd be looking to hit. But anyway, let's go over the account. So my loss is there. So I've got 3k, which is 2%, which makes sense. I lost 1% today. I've got 2% left. On the follower account, I have got 1.5%. About 1.5% left now. I've got a free reset on this, so I'm not too like bothered, but it's still annoying because I made so much progress on this. I just can't be bothered. Like, and that's why, like, and this was the other thing. So look at this. So this gap here is where I entered off. So that is where I'm going to invalidate myself off if I want to, exit the trade. Um, so this was the inversion, right? So as you can see, price came up, respected it. Wait, it was a bit small. There you go. There, that tiny. Look at this. We wicked into it a few times, but we started rejecting, and then we just do this big push through where I'm basically at my stop loss anyway. And yeah, it did retrace down, but I was coming upstairs to record the video at that time, so I actually missed this to exit. So it seems I'm gonna be so fuming if this just reverses off this. I'm not gonna lie, because it looks so good as well. I mean, it doesn't right now. I mean, we're just ranging now. I think for PM session, which is due in a couple hours, we probably sweep this and then return back down because look at this low resistance liquidity still building up. But then we have low resistance liquidity. It's just a range. Yeah, I think there's a few mistakes today with trading, but the biggest one was trading ES over NQ because NQ1 moved more. It took out the lows. It would have got stopped at break even. It would have been no biggie. But yeah, not too happy. Anyway, that's it. I need to find a way to record these videos properly because I just get, I don't know, I feel like I get overstimulated or overwhelmed with the amount of information I'm trying to grasp within a video, especially if I'm like live recording in the trades, because I don't like to do that. But then I don't end up recording recaps because especially if I get like break even, if I hit break even, I don't care. I'm like, why? What's the point? Um, yeah, this is not looking good. Like for me in my um bias, you know. But then it inverts this 3 minute disrespect to the. Yeah, it's just, I mean, it's not ideal trading conditions now. It's 40 minutes to thing. I mean, this would have been a decent trade, a 5 minute inverse. You just do like, okay, well, a 30-point stop would be a safe stop. And then you would just like target this as your break even. And then you could just target, like, I mean, I would just be 1 to 3. So that, maybe live test this. It just tagged it again. Um, the entry. I think it's a good entry. Because look, we respected this 5 minute BPR just about, respected it. Bounced, inversed on the 5 minute. But then look at the 15 minute, it looks awful. 30 minutes, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I didn't even see the 15 minute. I probably should have just left, but mistakes were made. I can't hold on to it, hold grudges against myself or the markets, so. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. The worst that happens is I buy another account, I use my free reset or whatever. So, yeah.